product is eyebrows, which I would say is eyebrows are one of the most important parts of a beauty routine. And now you're gonna get fuller eyebrows that frame your face, that lift the face as well, and give you an overall more youthful look. This is the Sculpt, Shade, and Define. You're gonna be able to do all of that with the pomade, but also it is infused with moisturizer. So we're gonna take care of our brow hair, and just like we take care of our regular hair, right? So if purchased separately, $40. So the pomade alone is $24. The brush alone is $16, and we're getting all of it for $25.98. We're basically buying the pomade and getting the brush for just $2. Do you want to go right into shades, Doris?
Yes,
Everybody
let's
knows.
do it. Yep, let's go right into shades. So you're gonna pick what hair color is on your head. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's the color that you were born with, but we're gonna go with the hair color that's on your head. Obviously, that model, that blonde is taupe. You have brunette. Okay, that's that warm brown. That's Rosina. Then you have dark brown, but we have new shades too. There's auburn for my redheads, and there's salt and pepper there too. That's not part of the shade chart. I just have to update that. But here's the deal. 15 years ago, I lost my brows. This product is how I started Doll 10. This product right here, before I ever even had the dream of having a beauty brand. I was going about my life. I had my practice. That's what I was doing. I hit a road bump. My brows fell out. And then some grew back, some didn't after I started to get better. But when I tell you, there was nothing that looked natural that stayed on, that looked like my natural brow hair. There were, pencils. Think 15 years ago, what was out there? It was an icky pencil that you put on that was chalky and didn't stay on, right? There was powders that you put on with the wax that suffocated your brow hair. So I created a product. I was the first one to ever create a pomade. No one else had. But here's the difference. Rosina, if I was in studio with her, if I knew that she was coming in, I would have been there. But what you're going to see here is that nice, pretty arch and lift. But ready? Watch. See how I just got 10 years older? There's like no hair here. Some grew back. I had some here, but watch how easy this is. So what? You tap it in, you get the brush, you tap it in, then all you do is little tiny strokes just like this. And this is B3, B5. This is niacinamide. It's panthenol. It's marula oil. It's argan oil. It's attaching right to my skin. It's covering grays. It's thickening, making whatever brow hair I have look thicker and fuller. And that creates in real time, literally, you brush this through right here. This creates the stroke. The most perfect brows you've ever seen. They will never look like they're markers. They will never look like they're stenciled. It's your brow enhanced. Plus, I'm not throwing heavy, icky wax. It's going to damage what brow hair you have. Because once the brow goes, it goes. So I'm in the taupe shade for shade reference. I'm a bleach blonde, obviously. I'm kind of like a mouse. I have that like mousy light brown hair color in real life. But on Wednesday, it'll be all blonde. But you'll see that literally it doesn't budge. It doesn't move. It stays put. It conditions. Like, look at Mary. Now, Mary had skin cancer in her brow. So you can see there's a scar on the top of her brow, and this lays down and stays down in scar tissue. And when you can get a product to lay down and stay down in scar tissue, that's a true testament to a really good product, because scar tissue is not like regular skin tissue. So it's pretty, it's soft, it's natural. You wear glasses, it will not come off. Men use this. People that have hair problems use this, alopecia, because it goes on skin and it looks so natural. And after 12 hours, all day wear, all day long, every single person said that there was a noticeable improvement in the appearance of brow fullness. After the application, there was a visible improvement of brow shape and definition. There was an instant temporary added look of volume and fullness to the brows. That's that fibers that are in there. And that there was a noticeable temporary improvement of cover over the gray. So this covers gray. It tames those crazies that go every which way, right? It goes on skin. It's the most natural brow product you'll ever put on your eye. And listen, I make all kinds of brow Products
Yeah.
to this day, 16 years later, literally my most favorite product. I was the very first person in the world to create a brow pomade. The very first. Now there's other brands that create it now, but it's nothing like this. So this has marula oil, argan oil, niacinamide, that vitamin B5, the panthenol for the hair, all of these beautiful ingredients, ceramides that go on, not full of wax, not gonna like suffocate that brow. And this jar will last you
Yeah.
better than one of those Tootsie Pops. Like, you know, when
Yeah.
you're looking at Tootsie Pop, you just bite it to get to the Tootsie Roll. That's what you're gonna have to do to get to the bottom of this jar, because you only tap it. And I've used this before. You see that tiny little bit? You just tap it, this tiny little bit, and then it goes on and it sets and it stays. And you can't get this off. Like, look how natural Luann's brows look. They're soft. They're natural, they're pretty, they're not scary, it's not too much, it's not Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need a wire hanger, you know,
Right.
so pretty.
Exactly. So, all right. So Auburn just sold out. What do we have left, Brian? Salt. Okay, we have 5 dozen in salt and pepper, and around 5 dozen in the brunette. Everything else is already sold out. Taupe and dark brown and Auburn are sold out. We still have brunette and salt and pepper, which actually brunette I feel like is a very universal, you know, color to go for. And you know what? I've never really seen a lot of pomades or even eyebrow pencils in salt and pepper. I love that.
Do you want to know something? 16 years ago, it didn't exist. I created it. So now you see some of them, but I did because I was like, what do my silver dolls do? They're not really taupe. Like, what color do they put on if they want to look really natural, like it's their real brows? So now, and it goes between that, like, really soft silver, and sometimes silver hair can be a little coarser and darker. It works beautifully.
Fabulous. All right. A568911 is the item number for that. And again, $25.98 for the pomade alone is $24.